Hi and welcome to High on Coding. I'm your host Mohammad Azam, and in this particular screencast I would like to give you a small tour of the Firebug. Okay, so Firebug is basically an extension to the Firefox browser, and I think it is one of the best uh, JavaScript or the client-side debugging tools available right now. And it's free, it's an add-on, so just go to Firebug and get firebug.com, and then you can simply download it. And I don't know why it took so long to load, but here we go. So you can install Firebug. It's a very nice website, and I already have installed it, the Firebug over here. You can see, okay, it's a small bug sign, but let's see how we can use it in our application. So I have this application, which is a very simple default page or something, and it calls some JavaScript code. So let's run that. And it's always a good idea to fire up this thing, the Firebug. So here we go. Basically the Nets tab will actually tell you that what files are being loaded. So you can refresh the page again and you will see that what files are being actually loaded. I'm also firing this get random product method. And if I go to this default page, and at the end you will see that I'm firing it whenever the page loads. So get random product will actually go to the call the service, which is a product service, and it will return back a single product. Okay, and it just prints out the name. So what we can do is click on the script tag, and we can actually debug this, that what's going on. So I will just put a debugger point over here by just clicking on the left side over here, and when I refresh it, you will see that here we go. So we are now in the debugging mode. So gone are those days where in the JavaScript and programming JavaScript you used to put some alert boxes, like 1,000 and thousands of alert boxes. Those days are gone now. Okay, you can actually debug this, and you can actually see right now, and then I'm going to put it over here and here to debug these lines. So it's going to call, and you will see that the get random product, so it's being called. And okay, so I didn't go over here, but let's see if I refresh it again. So here we go. That's because I waited so long or something. So here we go. So we have the response. You can actually see the response back from this is an Ajax call, and I am debugging an Ajax method. And you can see the response back is actually product 2. So you can debug it, and it's pretty cool because you can, go through your JavaScript and you can debug. There's also a watch, which you can actually do it over here. You can attach some sort of like I have watches for product and response, which are automatic, but you can add some other watch over here. Okay, other thing I like is a console. Okay, so what I'm going to do is console will actually, over here you can type anything that you want and it will be executed. So you can type any JavaScript code that you want. So I'm just going to say get element by ID name, and it will actually tell you that that particular ID is actually the name. Now click on that and it will take you to the actual label in the code, in the HTML which is rendered. So this is that line. Okay, another good thing is this is the inspect button. Okay, and as you go through your code, it will actually tell you, well, like different things. Like this one, I'm pointing right now to the whole HTML, and since my HTML element over here doesn't have anything, so well, we can actually go and add. So let me add, just to give you an idea, button value is press me. Okay, just going to add a button and refresh it. So just wanted to show you how this inspect works. So I'm just going to take this on my button, and you can actually see in the lower window, there we go, the button is actually selected. If I put the over here on the label, you will see that the label is selected, which is pretty cool. Another thing that people don't really know about is that you can actually change the style of this. Okay, so let me go over there and apply some style. So I'm just going to apply some style over here. Let's say background color, and I'm going to say green. Okay, let's refresh the page. So now we have a green button. Okay, but I want to see how the button will actually look like when it's blue. Okay, so I can do different things. I can simply go over here and I would say blue. Okay, so that's is going to be looking like this. I can go and say, okay, how about pink? Okay, so you can actually see that from the browser you can actually see how it will look like without going to your code, changing the code and refreshing the code again. I think this is pretty cool. Okay, let's go remove these things and go to console clear. There's another thing, it's called profiling. Okay, so profiling will allow you to measure how much time it takes to load different parts of the page or to download resources. I'm going to just go to console and click on the profile button. Now the profiler is actually running. Let me see if it so if I refresh it and click again, so now it will tell you the time that the profile actually started and the refresh. So what scripts are actually downloaded. You can see by different calls how many calls are being made. So the validate parameter call is that's been made like 518 times, and which is occupying more space, which is the validate parameter count 30.69%, which is 27.508 milliseconds. So it's all sort of data. So if you have any task, like if you have some sort of Ajax request that takes a long time, you click on the button, it goes there, and it just takes a very long time. You can run the profiler and you can actually see that, okay, which Ajax call is messing things up. Another thing is the DOM tree. You can actually see the whole things over here. The DOM tree is there, scripting is there, and right now I don't think I have any script file over here, but yeah, if you want to access the script file in the default page, in the default.aspx page, which is the current page right now, just click over here and you will see different kind of script resources, and you already know that these script resources and web resources are injected into your page by the script manager control or your custom control, which is dependent on some client script. So you can inject these things. So if I go over here, you can see that this is kind of like some sort of a validation and a post-back thing. And if you go to different one, like this one, so this is the Microsoft Ajax script. So you can see all of them from over here, which is, I think, pretty cool. CSS, HTML, I mean, it just have everything. Layout, it will tell you different layout status. Again, the DOM, the style, editing, the control console, and these are it. Firebug also includes an additional add-on, which is an add-on to the Firebug, which is called ViceSlow. And basically the purpose of that add-on is to tell you that why your website is slow and what you can do to increase the speed of your performance of your website. So in the next screencast, in the future screencast, I will take a look at that, and hopefully by using Firebug along with ViceSlow, you can make much better websites and make better decisions as what to do things and what not to. Thank you very much. I hope you like this screencast.